Harry Potter.
Oh God.
You in episode 1. This is one of your films you were most looking forward to this summer, Harvey. So you.
All right. Well,
Let's
I
get your
loved
reaction.
part 1, definitely Hallows. It was the only Harry Potter film that hasn't disappointed me. But then this one hugely disappointed me. I went to see it at midnight on its opening. There were people dressed up. In fact,
It was a good atmosphere.
It was quite good, but there was loads of people dressed up and stuff. And I don't know if our listeners are familiar with what I look like, but
You know you're dressed up anyway.
I have dark hair and glasses, and I'm quite sure Harry Potter's supposed to.
All you
be
needed was a
quite
cape.
So I actually, when I was waiting in the queue, I took my glasses off because I didn't want people to think I made an effort.
Did you keep them off for the whole film, or
No, I put them on when the film started, and it was, I was quite excited about it.
was it 3D or 2D?
You could have pulled
2D.
so many Harry Potter moves. You were like, look, I naturally look like him.
But,
Show me your Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was a major disappointment. In fact, the highlight was seeing down Hermione's top, which was brilliant.
That was so
It was
blatant.
great. Yeah, I know.
It come now. I said to my girlfriend, I was like, I've just seen.
But it did feel like part 2 of a larger film, and I don't think if you're going to separate a film into 2 parts, you got to have 2 standalone movies.
Yeah.
Can't have 2 actual.
That has to work. Yeah.
Like with I know you didn't like it, but Kill Bill. I think Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2 are both good standalone.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't dislike them. They do work on their own, but I didn't get into massively.
Yeah.
Have you seen Harry Potter yet, Kieran?
I have, yeah.
What do you think?
I really enjoyed it, apart from the ending. I
Yeah,
felt a bit anticlimactic, I think.
What I felt, I didn't.
Voldemort's death. He just like.
It
just. It's
that
the
didn't
worst
happen in
death
the book, did it?
But I don't understand what it is about people, because Harry's parents have been killed. He spent 7 years at fucking school, while all the others are absolutely fine. He's had a whole childhood absolutely fucking ruined. If I was him, I'd be blasting Voldemort into the fucking floor.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you fucking bastard! You fucking killed my parents. You killed my uncle. You killed my fucking everything.
You could be Harry Potter.
I could.
You really
I
could.
should have been. And he's whatever. He's got a scar on his face. He's mutilated for life because of this guy. And all he does is like go bang, and then Voldemort's like, oh,
And then it turns into like flakes or
disintegrates
something.
into like flakes.
Did that? I read the book years ago when it first came out. That didn't happen, did it?
No.
Like it was like some counteracting spell
Yeah.
they did, and like it knocked the wand out of his hand, and then he did some other spell, and he was just on the
Yeah.
floor dead.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
And it should have done.
And it wasn't like a big melty laser beam thing that was going on. That was just for.
It's a bit
whole-
lightsaber-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole 7 films are leading up to Harry defeating Voldemort. It was such.
It was a lot to live up to. It was always going to be with 7 films leading into it, yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, obviously I've never read the books, like I've said before. One thing that got me was the amount of characters that were killed, but you're never shown, and you're not supposed.
Yeah.
I was expected to care about so many people dying. Like you go, like, was it Fred
Yeah.
Weasley that died?
Who?
Was it Fred Weasley?
It was one of the
It
twins.
was
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
them, It was George, I think.
You see him for about 5 seconds there on the film to establish he's still there.
Yeah.
Then he's dying. You're expected to care,
in
and
the books, he's such a main character. And
everything
there's
was
so
done
many
in the
main characters.
background.
And then the husband and wife, I've forgotten what they're called.
Remus Lupin.
That's
and
the
Tom.
ones.
Yeah, again.
I thought them two dead holding hands. I thought that was quite.
But
well
for
done.
people who haven't read the books, it's like, who are they again?
Yeah,
No,
I
wasn't he in the
recognised
third
them, but I
one or
wasn't.
something like
Yeah,
that? But he's such a major character. I don't think you could ever really do it in films like they did. And Daniel Radcliffe is the worst actor in the world.
I did say the first thing I said to my girlfriend after we watch it, you'll never see him star in a film
never,
again.
ever again.
Because he's not as strong an actor, and he'll always be Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the other two, they've got potential to go on to other stuff. And
I think Emma
Rupert
Watson-
Grint, he's done some interesting films.
Thunderpants.
I haven't seen Thunderpants, so I wasn't thinking
He's
of
done
that.
some
But,
proper stuff as well.
yeah,
And Emma Watson as well. She's good.
but Radcliffe, he'll forever live in the shadow of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He's doing a film for Hammer Films.
Is he really?
There's a trailer on one of my
Oh
films.
God! Why would anyone cast him?
I
Have they
just-
not seen him in Harry Potter? He's so dreadful.
Yeah.
He does some like plays and stuff now where he
Yeah.
sings. He's a good singer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
But again, the last scene, which I think is in
Oh,
everybody's mind. It obviously, I knew it was coming up because it is the last chapter of the book. It's called 17 Years Later.
they should have cut it out if you ask me.
I didn't.
Because it ended the whole series on a bit that you couldn't take seriously.
I didn't actually expect them to use the same characters. I thought they were going to find actors that look sort of.
I think
like
it was
them.
nice they tried to do it with the actors, but
Yeah,
they should have done it properly
But
then and pulled it
Daniel
off.
Radcliffe looked like an
Just-
older guy with a 14-year-old
Dan, can you not shave for a week? We won't do anything else. If you just don't shave, and we'll put a little bit of grey in it.
Yeah,
I think the only ones that looked good was Ron and Ginny.
Ginny looks so frumpy.
Ron? Ron looked like he'd let himself go. And they actually did make him fat.
Well, yeah, that's what he was supposed to look like.
But still, it was. I was, as I say, I was there at midnight. Hardcore Harry Potter fans all around. Everyone was laughing.
Oh, see, that's what surprised me because I started laughing. I thought, as soon as I did, I thought, oh shit, I'm going to piss people off.
Yeah.
But everyone else was laughing. So even my girlfriend, the whole film, I was taking piss out of things I didn't like, and she kept getting angry. When I laughed at that, she was laughing as well. It wasn't well done.
It wasn't. It was.
The one problem that I've always had with that ending to the whole Harry Potter series, not just in the movies but in the book, what he called his son, Albus Severus Potter. Who calls their kid Albus?
You're named after one of the best wizards of all time and all that.
I've got that name, Albus. Albus.
Yeah,
Albus Broadhurst.
Snape's death was a disappointment.
Snape's death. No, that was quite good. In fact, the best scene of that film was Snape's memories.
Yeah, Snape's memories. That was
was
brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
I found, as someone that hadn't read the books, I didn't understand what was going on in his flashbacks.
Do you understand?
I know now because I've half explained it, but I felt a lot of the film served people that hadn't read the books too much. Sorry, served people that had read the books.
Yeah.
And you do have to. No, it's not. They've made a film.
Yeah.
If you make a film, you can't expect when you watch a superhero film, they don't expect that you've read all the comics and know the story. It's got to serve a different audience.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all right, you put stuff in for the sake of the people that know it, but it has to make. And the whole scene I didn't feel like it was explained enough. I could work out roughly. I mean, he fancies this bird, but. Alright, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
I think Snape is one of my favourite characters.
I quite like the way, looking back over the series now, I can see why so many people are like, Snape's such a good character.
Alan Rickman knew that plot point, that he was in love with Harry's mum, like all the way back from...
Even before she wrote the later books?
Yeah,
really?
J.K. Rowling told him about it.
Oh, I like that, that's
just
clever.
so that he knew how to act.
That'd be interesting, watching back the old stuff.
Some scenes, he would do things in a certain way, and the director would be like, why are you doing it like this? And he'd say, because I know something you don't. And I think that was great. I think Alan Rickman's the best thing in the whole films.
Yeah.
I think Snape has done quite well. Very, very well, actually. But other than that, Daniel Radcliffe's acting was poor. The Battle of Hogwarts
I also
was
had a problem with...
anticlimactic. Voldemort's death was fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
It was just a massive...
What's the...
I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Would you? I think might go as low as 5.
I would... For me, it's like a 6 or 7. It was solid, but it just wasn't good. It was just all right. I felt the whole thing to me was just perfect payoff. There was no excitement or anything to the payoffs. It was just exactly, you knew something was going to end and it ended, but there was no. I mean, I found is it Malfoy's the sort of bad blonde family?
Yeah.
They just sort of got away.
Yeah.
Like there's no comeuppance to their characters.
That's true.
Isn't he in Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I like
isn't
Tom Felton. I think he's.
I think they're well acted, but
all of his interviews are quite funny.
I also had a bit of a problem with when Harry died. One, I hated the scene when he goes to like the imaginary train station with Dumbledore, and there's the bit where there's the question where it's like, is it real, even if it's fiction or something, even if it's all made up? It's basically saying, if you love the books, guys, it's all real. It's what's in your heart. It was so fucking...
It was done pretty badly, but in the books it's written in such a way that it's great.
I can't buy the fact, right? Harry comes back to say he's alive. Yeah. Nobody notices. Everyone checks. Even Hagrid carries him all the way back to the castle. He's not thinking, this guy's still breathing when I'm carrying him.
Oh,
and when he jumps up, none of the evil wizards think, shoot him? Now, watch him run and hide behind a wall first.
Yeah. And also, Neville Longbottom. Now, on Tumblr, everyone's like, oh, he's got so fit. But I don't understand how anyone could think
thinks he's Han Solo.
That speech.
Yes.
We love Harry, and Harry's in our hearts. And he's always going to be in our hearts, whether he's dead or not. And it was like, oh my God, someone kill him.
But I mean, maybe that was the idea. Maybe he was supposed to be a bit of a loser that was trying to be more than his station. I don't know.
Because the prophecy, there was a prophecy. Did you know there was a prophecy?
I didn't know there was a prophecy.
Okay, right.
It's going to be going over my head, yeah.
What's her face? You know Professor Trelawney, the divination teacher?
Oh, yeah.
She made a prophecy originally.
Oh, that prophecy.
That Harry Potter, that someone was going to be born in July who was going to be able to kill Voldemort eventually. And Snape overheard the prophecy. So he went back to Voldemort and told Voldemort that this was going to happen. So Voldemort then went to kill Harry and his parents, because he didn't want to die. And Snape knew that it was Harry and his parents, which is why Snape went to Dumbledore to try and protect the family because he was in love with Lily. And anyway, but the prophecy was also about Neville Longbottom, because Neville Longbottom was also born at the same time,
Ah.
but they didn't bother with Neville Longbottom.
Neville's parents were killed.
Neville's parents went crazy. They were tortured. And they went crazy. But by Bellatrix Lestrange. But anyway, yeah. So Neville also fulfilled his part of the prophecy by killing the snake because he helped in his thingy, whatever. So Neville Longbottom is a really strong character in the books, but in the thing it just felt like a cheesy character.
One thing I was going to say I loved about the film until I realised I was wrong. I thought they did a brilliant job of making Emma Watson look like Helena Bonham Carter. Then I realised it actually was Helena Bonham Carter.
Nice.
So I'll take the whole compliment back. Yeah,
you did realise that.
For the first couple, I said to my other half, I said, they've done a really good job. She looks so much like her. And eventually I was like, yeah, it is her, isn't it?
Whenever, I've forgotten what the mum's name is. The Weasley mum. Molly. When she said, "You bitch!"
I knew it was coming. I laughed before she did it.
Was that in the book?
That's in the book, yeah.
Oh, right,
that line is in the book. Not my daughter, you bitch! Yeah, and I knew it was coming. I laughed because I knew they were going to do it in such a dreadful way, and they did. So yeah, disappointed, but it also...
Oh yeah, I think it was just alright. It wasn't a bad film, but it had so much to live up to. In defence, it's been built up for 7 films. There was a lot to live up to there. It just...
Fair dues. 8, yeah. 8, it was the 8th film, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Alright, go on, what's next?
Biggest grossing film series of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Not surprised when you got 8 films worth to add up, I
That's
suppose,
true,
but you've got a bit of advantage, haven't you?